Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about how to create a team and manage access to your project on GitHub. This is important for smooth collaboration. Let's get started.
Okay, well, let's check out how to create a repository inside GitHub. So I am inside my GitHub account. If I go to my profile and I click here, organization, your organizations. Once I click my organizations, I have a couple of them. I'm going to choose is an school. And then there are options called repositories and projects. So I can go here in the repository. I can click a new repository. I can just name it as a test repo. Let's say 2024, just to make sure it's unique. It says it's available. I'm gonna label it as a private. I can also add a readme file here. I can also add a git ignore file here, like for example Python git ignore file. It will be helpful with regards to if we continue write something on Python. I'm just adding something as a sample one, and then I'm going to hit a create. Once I hit create repository, my private repository is ready. Now if we go to settings and check for collaborators and teams, it will ask me to use my password to log in. If you look at collaborators, there is no permissions. No team has permission at this point. So if you wanted to provide a permission, there are options like you can add permission, like add people. For example, I can add using email. I can just search some people within the organization, like Imran, one of our developer. We can add him here, but we wanted to add a team. So in that case, we need to create a team, right? So if I am in an organization account, I have something called team. If I go under organization, there is something called teams. Under teams, I have a couple of multiple teams. I'm gonna create a new team. I'm gonna name it as test 2024 team, right? Now if I say so, I can give some descriptions and whatnot. Is visible, team is notification is enabled, so that we can use at the rate of test 2024 so that everyone get notification. So let's go ahead and create team. So I'm the only member, so I can add now member here. As I said, I can add our developer here, Imran 70 as a member. Now if we go back to our repositories, we will find, under this team there is no repository, right? So there are options. We can go add repository. We can search for test. You can see test repo 2024. We can add that repository to the team. Now this team will have this repository read access. That means they can read the documents and whatnot, and we can also give a write access so that you can write and do some more work, maybe push your code and do some more work there. So now we have created a repository, we have created a team, we provided a team permission to that repository. What is repository? Imagine repository as a location, a folder where you start uploading your code or code related asset or your project related asset. In our case, it's just a storage location in the internet. For simple understanding, this video is focused on someone who is very brand new in the area of GitHub, and someone I am assuming do not have Git knowledge, version controlling knowledge, because sole purpose of this video is to show you the free feature the project feature we have within GitHub. So these few fundamental things is required before we start knowing how GitHub project work. Now going back to again, we can also start from here. We can create a project or link a project. We can say new project. We can create from here. Also we can create under the organization. We can say go to projects, we can say new project, and then we can create a project. Let's say we can give a name, we can choose a template, we can say team planning, feature planning, any of them. Usually I go with a table, and then there is a name. Again, I'm going to name the same test project. 2024. So it's going to be a test project 2024. I'm going to hit that create project button, and it's going to create a project here. Now let's say we wanted to do some work, maybe building or deploying a website, or any work, any task I'm willing to assign. Let's say deploy, or maybe create a home page for the test 2024 web application, right? So I said create a home page for the test 2024 web application. So we just gave a name, and this work is related to the repository we created. So we're gonna say, hey, convert this work or task to if we search test 2024 as test repo 2024. So now it knows that, oh, okay, this work belongs to that. Now if you go to that test repo repository, go to repositories, and then go to the test repo just now I created, you will see under that there is one issues. So we are saying all this work is related to this project or this repo, right? That's how we connect this stuff. But mainly inside this one, you write down detail of the description of the work. Like you can say, hey, description. You can, without, I'm using pound because I'm using markdown. You can also use heading, so it will make it bold. You can say description of the task. Then maybe you can say definition of done. That means when you would like to say this is complete. So all that stuff you can write more details here. Let's say, okay, build a home page for the simple web application. For the sake of demonstration, I just wrote some information. Home page shall be ready to test ready to test. Let's keep it simple for you to understand. I can say who is gonna work this job. I can again search for our developer. We can say Imran is going to work for this job. So that's a very simple thing what really we do using creating an issue, right? Now this board has multiple view option. Now this is a board view option. You can see this is a ticket, it has no status. Now I will put it in this to do column. So I'm saying that Imran is actually, our developer is about to start working on this ticket. So having said that, as he start picking up this work, he'll put it in progress. When it is done, he'll put it in the done. Now based on your complexity of your project, you can put a lot of other columns and whatnot. That's up to you, up to someone who is managing the project. So as of now, we have learned how to create a repository, how to create issue in a repository, and also how to track it in a project board, right? And how does the project board look like? As you proceed, as the developer keep working, they can keep updating in some comment here with some details. If whatever the collaboration you are doing, you can keep doing that. So it's not only development, it can be any task. If you are running a program or anything, you wanted to track down your work, you can do this way. This is this tool is very nice and it's free. For all that stuff I have shown you, you do not have to spend any money.
And that's it. By setting up teams and managing access in GitHub, your project will run smoothly. Whether it is a small or large project, these steps will keep you organized and productive. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tutorials and tips. If you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, leave a comment below. Until next time, happy coding and collaborating.